Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jesse Swift from the FanSplash podcast, and it is again Wednesday, which means we get to talk about everyone's favorite DC character, which is, of course, the Flash. So Flash actually comes on Tuesday nights, but I work swing shifts, so I make sure to review them the very next day. So without any further ado, let's see what Barry Allen's been up to.
My name is Barry Allen.
There's only one thing I know about life. I know some things happen by chance. And some things happen because we make them happen.
We interrupt your programming to bring you this brief message. Get some, Barry. Bow chicka wow wow. Alright, so I just finished wrapping up episode 4 of season 3 of The Flash, titled New Rogues. And why are we getting introduced to the new rogues? That is because, as we know, some of the rogues that we've gotten to know, such as Heatwave and Captain Cold, have been... They're off with the Legends of Tomorrow, a show that I refuse to watch. If you guys like it, let me know. Leave some comments down below. I definitely have some friends that watch it. I just have opted out of it. Anyways, so in this episode, we're introduced to Top, which is one of the stupidest names I've ever heard for a villain, and Mirror Master. Mirror Master is somebody I was looking forward to seeing how they would visually handle the character. I always thought in the cartoons, even though he was really corny, I thought it was a cool power to have, that you can travel between reflections. But the episode kicks off with, we're going back to some of the stuff they did in season 1, where they flash back to the particle accelerator going off and who it affected. There were two people in the middle of a deal with Captain Cold, or before he was Captain Cold, Leonard Snart, and they get hit by the blast. And gosh, what was the guy's name? It's like Scutton or something. I forget Mirror Master's real name, but anyways, he fell into a mirror as he got hit by the blast, and he got the power to travel through mirrors, and he didn't reappear for 3 years because, conveniences and plots. Again, we're given 2 actors for the villains that are really not very strong actors and people that you wouldn't want to see more of necessarily. So again, this kind of falls under the filler episodes, but here is why I, of course, am going to keep watching The Flash over when I gave up on Arrow, because Arrow was kind of hitting a dead end and their story wasn't really progressing. Flash kind of has the crippling thing where they have to do a 23 episode season, and you have one overarching villain, one overarching story for 23 episodes. Now Netflix has a hard time staying focused with just 13 episodes, so obviously there's going to be some filler, and this is kind of the time to do it. You have a few fillers and you lead up to the mid-season finale, which is probably going to be huge, and then again the finale. But anyways, there's things to look forward to. And even with some of the elements that I didn't like, some of the acting, there's so many things that I did really like. Just like last episode, Barry and Iris's relationship is now moving forward, which is something I really like to see. And there was a little bit of drama in the relationship, but it was lighthearted enough that I liked seeing it, and it was understandable. They grew up together, so of course there's a level of awkwardness when it comes to Barry and Iris's dad, or Barry's adoptive father. And I like seeing that they can't just switch from being like brother sister their whole life to in a serious relationship and have it not be awkward right away. So I buy into that. We're seeing more of, Jessie Quick has got her costume on. She's doing some training. Her and Wally are growing together, but at the same time, Wally's just understandably so, he knows that she's leaving, and they're going to go to another Earth soon, and so he doesn't want to get too attached. Jesse and Harrison Wells leaving, though, brings up probably one of my favorite parts of this entire episode, which is they say it doesn't feel complete without Harrison Wells, without, that level of intellect in their group. So they send out a complicated algorithm that Harrison Wells developed that he thinks, maybe only his doppelgangers can figure out. And he sends it out to, across space-time continuum to all the different Earths. and then they make contact with all these different Harrison Wells from different Earths, and I think it's really a funny moment. It reminds me why I keep watching the show no matter what, because the show has heart and humor, and even if what's happening isn't that interesting, you still have a good time watching the show. And I like where the episode leaves off after they're able to find a way to take care of Top, who can like make you, give you vertigo and stuff and make you sick. Take care of her and Mirror Master by using a hologram of Captain Cold. It was cool to see Leonard Snart back in the picture. Wentworth Miller, I couldn't remember his name. Harrison finally decides after he gets past his ego that he's okay with being replaced, and they pull over Harrison Wells from like Earth 19 or something like that, and he's goofy. And I love seeing Tom Cavanaugh play these different parts. Like, he's played like 5 different Harrison Wells now, and I'm never going to get tired. He's such a great actor. I'm never going to get tired of seeing his different interpretations of the character. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought. I thought it was, overall a mediocre episode with just some really great moments, kind of snuck in there a little bit. Anyways, I can't wait for next week to hopefully see more Dr. Alchemy. We didn't really see anything of Dr. Alchemy this episode, and just to see how the new Harrison Wells is fitting in with the group. I almost forgot to mention, we are getting more hints of Caitlin Snow as Killer Frost. So is something bad going to happen to change her psyche so that she turns into a villain, or are we just going to have a good Killer Frost on our hands? I'm not sure, but she was responsible for saving Barry and getting him out of the mirror. This isn't why I like it, but we get to see her. She's in the shower, and like the whole thing's freezing over, and she's getting like a strand of white in her hair. Her skin's starting to get pale, and she's got her lips are losing color. So I like the things that this episode was setting up. This was more than a filler episode. This was a setup episode, setting up things to come, whether it be Iris's relationship, Killer Frost, a possible love interest for Joe West, and so stay tuned for next episode. Please let me know what you thought of both my review and the episode in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow us on all the various social medias. That was a tongue twister for a second. And of course, may the Speed Force be with you.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and keep an eye and an ear out for exciting new content. Be sure to follow us on all the social media sites. Twitter is @TheFansplash. YouTube, just search Fansplash. We've got an open Facebook network, Fansplash Network. Instagram is fan_splash_podcast. SoundCloud.com/fansplash. You can email us, thefansplash@gmail.com, and Reddit @r/fansplash. Title and end credit songs written by Jacob Hall. See you next time!